You don't... No! What's up? You got CBS not apologizing for that Dan Rather 60 Minutes thing. CBS should apologize for 2.5 Men. You ever see that Charlie Sheen show? It really bugs me, that show, and I can't really tell you why yet, but I will know soon. CBS is getting too straight. First of all, Dr. Phil, as you know, who I'm obsessed with, he had some couple... No, but he had a couple on yesterday. After the show, the guy's like bad-mouthing him behind the camera, and the cameraman must have caught him. Dr. Phil, I swear to God, came backstage and gets in the guy's face. He's like, you got a problem with me? And Dr. Phil... But he uses like his language, you inappropriate, non-communicatives. No boundaries, son of a bitch. I'll crack your skull with a free copy of my new book, Family First, you know. He's getting like... He's reminding me of Dog, the bounty hunter. You ever see that mullet head? He handcuffs people with his mullet. You ever see that bounty hunter? And he's a religious bounty hunter. He's like I've seen this show many, he puts people in chokeholds. He's like, don't resist, Jesus loves you, I'm doing this out of, you know. And they don't even give him a gun. I guess he can't have a gun. He's an ex-con. He's got like a spray can of mace. He pulls it out like it's a gun. Like, people surrender because they think it's hairspray. They're like, no, don't make my hair look like yours, Dog, please. Speaking of hairspray, the other new show I watch is Growing Up Gotti. You ever see these maniac kids? They have the same temperament as like their uncles, but without the street environment. So instead of what they should be, you know, doing, like going around baseball batting gamblers that are late on their payments, you know, they're running around this big mansion screaming at each other, who used my conditioner? Who borrowed my styling gel, Carmine? I'm going to kill somebody. You know, they remind me of like lions that were raised in captivity. So like they're genetically predisposed to roar, but they aren't sure why they're doing it. You know what I mean? Okay, according to a court document obtained by Sports Illustrated, Kobe Bryant told cops he was going to take a shot at paying off his accuser. Kobe is quoted as saying, I'm in the worst effing situation. What do you guys think? What else would he do? I mean, let's face it.
That doesn't work.
No? You tried it?
Well, I got a girl back to the hotel at the Funny Bone in Pittsburgh, and I told her I'd give her 2 of my CDs.
If she dropped the charges?
Yeah, and didn't work.
How much is a rape worth? Like, what's the going rate?
Well, the wife alone for the ring for the wife was $4 million.
That's not the way I'm talking about. All right, these phony girls in this audience, they're not even going to really discuss it. But what's the price? What's the price on a rape? Meaning,
you're asking white guys.
Wait a minute.
You're a black guy in a sweatsuit asking us what the price of rape is. Yeah, listen to it.
Yeah. Shut up. That's because white guys use roofies. They don't even go through this thing. I'm talking about how much does it cost for a woman to sell her humanity, which is what she's doing. She just sold it off, man.
But she didn't do it.
10 million? 5 million?
That's true.
15 million?
I don't know. How much would you charge? I'd probably charge $1 million. I'd do so. People could heinously violate me and then have me.
Can you imagine?
For $1 million?
That's it.
Why not? $1 million?
Guys,
Yes. Don't act like you're better than that.
Well, a prison. Let's go. You go to Rahway. You go to Rahway. A Shawshank Redemption happens on you.
First of all, Shawshank Redemption doesn't happen because white guys aren't the ones that rape in prison. But go ahead. That phony movie. The next person to go Shawshank. That was realistic. The white guy. I hate this country sometimes.
Your manhood's taken. It's finished. But they say, look, we don't need the bad press for the prison. How much you gonna take to shut your mouth for the rest of your life? That's it, you hoe. Damn, Polly.
Hey, I walk it off. Just shake it off. $1 million. You know how many of those little plastic seat things you can buy for $1 million? Just sit down.
You better hope he's not watching right now.
Me? How about Comedy Central? What do we make here? We make dirt. 100,000 I'd watch.
All right. What do you guys think? Let's hear from you two. John, you have any opinion on this whole case?
You know, I hate to agree with Charles Barkley, but the NBA players are not role models. I mean, it's so hard for me to explain to my son what rape is and what adultery is again.
But at least now you can do it from a less personal stance.
But that shows you.
Sean, what do you think?
Well, at the time, he goes, well, can I pay her off? And 14 months later, we see, yes, he can.
No. He could have saved that $4 million on the ring to the wife and give it like...
That was the longest negotiation for... He's paying... He says he's going to get $3 million or $4 million. That's going to be
Do you believe guys are willing to give a woman $1 million just to look at something that they pee out of? I mean, that's... Just to get a look at that. Seriously, that's all that is.
No, it is.
Now, speaking of athletic... Oh, go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, but that's what it is now. Yeah, I've got my pipe again. But no, that's what it is now. But you go back to World War II, you can pay a girl for chocolates and pantyhose, at that point. And
you can do that in Arkansas right now.
Arkansas, too, now.
Well, speaking of Arkansas, let's talk about Texas Rangers. That's next to Arkansas. Texas Rangers pitcher Frank Francisco was arrested yesterday on a charge of aggravated battery after he threw a chair into the stands during a fight between the players and fans. The chair hit 2 people. It broke some woman's nose. Here it is. Ready?
Hear the music?
Now, let's be honest. Every guy you laugh, not just because of the music. Every guy you always laugh because somebody getting hit with a chair is always funny to men. You don't know why. It's sad, but true.
Let me tell you something. If I'm a woman, I had a choice between giving this up for $1 million or getting hit with a chair on the face. And she's going to get rich, right?
Yeah, she'll probably make some money.
He's a middle reliever, though. He doesn't have a lot of money.
She should take a chair in the face for $1 million, man.
Why wouldn't she?
She said, I'll take one in the face. No, was it 5?
Did she say she'd take one in the face, or she said she'd take a chair in the face?
A chair.
All right. Now, T-Sean, you're an Astros fan, but you know these Rangers. What do you think?
Yeah, the Rangers. Well, I mean, even in Texas, you can't hit a woman with a chair unless you're married to her.
Unless you're married to her.
So how's he going to get off?
I think if you're out in the playoffs, you might as well just have fun. And I tell you, I've been heckled many times on stage, and there's many times I've wanted to take a piano and shove it up somebody's ass.
You just don't do it.
But it was in Oakland, and it surprises me because Oakland sports fans are usually so well behaved.
He should be the dude. If the average person can't smack somebody in the face with a chair, the same thing. I mean, I'm assuming that we think he's going to get off because he's
not getting off. He's not getting off. Up a bunch of dough.
He's not going to be in this team gets sued. The stadium
when I say
gets sued.
getting off, I mean jail. That's the thing. Anytime I say getting off, it's jail. If you got to pay money, you got off. Jail is not getting off. So if he's not going to jail, he's getting off. He pays.
He's guilty just on that picture alone.
No, that is true.
You guys. We'll be right back. On Monday, guess what I done? We asked you people to vote on the Singular Wireless Viewers Choice topic. Yeah, you wanted to discuss. So what they chose was who's more whipped, like P-whipped, Bush or Kerry. All right, that's what we discuss. I think, but obviously Kerry is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Everybody agrees.
No.
Yeah.
You think Bush is?
Y'all discuss it and then we'll
just look at their slogans.
Yes.
Bush says, "Bring it on." Kerry goes, "Reporting for duty." That's what he says to his wife.
That's because he reported for duty. You understand what I'm saying? John Kerry
did what?
Kerry says, "Bring it on."
John Kerry was
originally Bush said, "Bring it on."
Get out of here. Bush never said anything in his whole life.
Originally, Schwarzenegger said, "Bring it on."
Exactly.
Bring it on.
Stop. Yes, exactly.
Bush said it right after we went.
Well, forget about that. Let's know who's whipped. Why do you have the nerve to sit here?
And it's not because I'm black and he's Democrat.
Shut your mouth. That's always a part of it, but
it's a little bit.
The other part. Why do you say? Forget about that.
I'm going to tell you why that Bush is P-whipped.
Go ahead.
Not Kerry. Kerry has a look, man.
I like how you kept dropped the whip. Great. I like how this guy is you.
My fault. You. My bad. I'm saying that you can tell that he's directed. His mother takes care of him. You see his mother coddle him. His father coddles him. His wife coddles him, tells him what to do. John Kerry keeps a major broad in his corner all the time. This is not just the top broad he's ever had, just Hines, but he keeps models and keeps actresses in his stable. He's a pimp.
I forgot
he's been in war. The dude got game. He's not a punk,
let me say one thing.
Bush is being led.
Let me say one thing. First of all, I don't like the fact you're from Massachusetts, you know Kerry's history, and we don't. Second of all, guess what? Surprise! You find a few white people in the country that don't think it's a compliment. They call it pimp. Why do you call somebody all well? Anybody else have anything to say?
She's got all the money.
She's got all the money.
He's a pimp.
No, he's got all the money. You know what? He has to sit there and take it. She calls that big head. She calls him big head, and he just said,
How do you, did you see this lady T-Shot on her, the Teresa Hines? She's a controlling, crazy bro. Who's going to control that woman other than a pimp? He's the only one that's going to tell you.
If he was a pimp, it would have shut him out. If he was a pimp, it would have smacked her and said, don't you ever speak again.
Do you notice?
That's my convention.
Because he's smooth. Do you notice she don't talk that much anymore? He got the pop. He's smooth.
That's true. John?
I think if she leaves, he's Kobe's bitch.
That's true. Now, John, correct me if I'm wrong. You're the one here that has actually served in Vietnam.
Yes, I did.
So, exactly.
Yes.
God forbid.
It was a Wednesday. Like, I was in the Army. No, you weren't. Yes, I was. Oh, shut up, will you? I got high. That's all I did.
Now, that's a man's man. Okay, what
you didn't say why you think Kerry's more P-whip.
I did because I saw her on TV and her attitude. I just can't imagine him putting... The next time you should have seen her hair should have been messed up, maybe just a little bit of... Not a hit. All right,
you look at Bush, his wife's a librarian. That's what
she's like a psychopath.
At best, it's going to be... And you know, he sits there and takes it, and she busts his balls, and he sits there, and then whispers, I'm going to push you downstairs.
Yeah. He's just trying to get his son those insurance papers. But Bush's wife has a little thing to it. George, I thought we talked about that. You weren't going to attract the money.
No, and he lets it go so far and takes it.
Change the subject. A number of organizations and universities have been giving scholarships to gay students because they're gay. Many of these organizations feel... How do I do it? All right. The reason they do it, we all know the reason they do it. They say a lot of them get cut off from their families. Good idea or bad idea? Let's start with you, John.
I just thought, they're talking about universities like George Washington University, a lot of these other schools, they're $30,000, $40,000 a year. They only give them like $1,000, $2,000. You can't buy a good boa for $2,000.
Another thing, and now they're getting a high looking at boas, isn't it? Kerry's filming the whole... T-Sean, what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, it seems silly for that.
Did you say silly because that's a gay word?
No, I didn't say silly because it's a gay word, because I have a pipe.
All right, Nick.
But
Patrice, go ahead. But what?
But if they do that, you know how they have football scouts? I want to go scout for lesbians. That's what I want to do.
That's a good idea.
I heard there's a young Asian girl over at St. Mary's.
I'm just waiting for one of y'all to apply this to black people.
It is. It's like the...
I know it. Go ahead, Nick.
It's just a ripoff of the United Negro College Fund for gay people. Matter of fact, their slogan is "Behind is a terrible thing to waste." Thank you for setting me up.
But how did they know?
What is that? Dirty. That was a low blow. I have nothing to come back and say.
I'll tell you exactly what it is. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys about the latest. Oprah Winfrey, she celebrated the premiere of her 19th season Monday by surprising each of her audience members with a new car. First, look at the people when they find out they got a nice new car. Ready?
All right, open your boxes.
No shallow. See, that's what we got to start doing on the show. We have a little transportation. Everybody shut up. This is a setup. It's not being a discuss. It's a setup. We have a little transportation surprise for our studio audience. If you guys look under your chairs, you might find something for transportation in the right front corner. That's right. You got a Metro card. You got a Metro card. 2 trips. That's good for 2 trips. The New York City subway. It's all right.